Friends from media, my colleagues from the headquarters, ladies and gentlemen, on the occasion of the 93rd anniversary of Indian Air Force, it's my proud privilege to be here and extend a very warm welcome to you all. This day, it's an opportunity for us to think about what has been done in the last 1 year and also celebrate from where we have started to which place we have reached. And also it is a time for us to pay our respect and be thankful to our predecessors, our veterans who have really guided us all these years and brought us to where we have landed up today. So the last 1 year, if I can start, I think the first thing that I must start with is Operation Sindoor. So that was the highlight of this year gone by. In the aftermath of what happened in Pahalgam, we all know that we took a decision that we have to make them pay a price for whatever they have been doing and to avenge that, killings of the innocents. And a clear directive, clear mandate was given to the Indian Armed Forces. And Indian Air Force was the prime stakeholder in that, in terms of, 2 major targets out of the 9 that were chosen towards terrorist camps were given to Indian Air Force to address. And I think the way that whole even went by, the way in the aftermath, that 3 or 4 days of conflict that we had with our Western neighbor, it stands as a lesson which will go down in history that, this is one war that was started with a very clear objective and it was terminated in a quick time without, just prolonging it. We are seeing what is happening in the world. The 2 wars that are going on, there's no talk about termination, but we could make them reach a stage where they ask for a ceasefire, ask for termination of hostilities. And also we took a call as a nation to terminate those hostilities because our own objectives were met. I think this is something that the world needs to learn from us, and I have said this earlier also. During that conflict of 4 days, that is attacking the terrorist camps and thereafter giving them a befitting reply to their misadventures, trying to attack our civil population and attack our military installations. Our robust air defense infrastructure, was very, very important part of the whole plan, and that came in, along with its, all the 3 services, the Army, Navy, Air Force assets being merged together, the air defense assets, the counter UAV assets, and everything working under one combined control of IACCS. It worked out to be a game changer, and under that they were almost not allowed to any freedom to do anything. And our long-range SAMs, the long-range SAMs that we had procured recently and operationalized, that again, turned the table on them. We could look deep inside their territory. We could make sure that they were not able to operate even within their territory, up to a certain distance. And it will go down in the history that longest kill that we achieved of more than 300 kilometers by that. And it seriously curtailed their activities. Of course, as far as offensive action is concerned, the indigenously developed weapons, the indigenously integrated weapons were used. Long-range weapons were used with good precision, and pan front, about 1,200 kilometers of border front, and deep inside enemy territory up to almost 200 plus kilometers inside. We were able to strike. We were able to strike with precision, with minimal collateral, trying our best not to have any casualties from civilian side. And we were able to bring them to their knees in, actually speaking, 1 night of intensive operations. And, the ability of Air Force to be able to deliver this catastrophic firepower. And, it has been shown, I think, first time after 1971. And this is something that the nation has not seen in the recent past. And our own motto this year's, that has been Achuk, Abhedya, Evam Satik, has been proven in this operation, if I can say. Achuk, जो अपने मिशन से कभी चूकता नहीं है, जो अभेद्य, impervious, जिसको कभी भेदा नहीं जा सकता, और सटीक, the precision which was shown in our strikes, which जिसका सबको पास सबूत है, open source में the satellite images are showing the kind of hits that we were able to achieve. तो ये जो अचूक, अभेद्य और सटीक हमने अपने आप को एक्चुअली प्रूव किया इस ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में. एंड ये सिर्फ एक इंडियन एयरफोर्स की अचीवमेंट नहीं थी. ऑपरेशन सिंदूर एक और बात में बहुत मान्य रखता है कि हम तीनों सर्विसेज ने एक साथ प्लानिंग करी है, एक साथ एग्जीक्यूशन करा है और इस मिशन को अंजाम तक पहुंचाया है. तो ये एक बहुत बड़ी बात है जो पहली बार हुई है जब राइट फ्रॉम प्लानिंग स्टेज तीनों सर्विसेज ने काम एक साथ किया है. एक बात मैं इसमें जरूर कहना चाहूंगा कि इस मिशन में आप लोगों ने, आपने और आपके साथियों ने, मीडिया ने एक बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले किया है. क्योंकि जो फॉग ऑफ वॉर जिसे हम पहले कहते थे, लैक ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन, क्या हो रहा है, कहां क्या हो रहा है, वो आजकल उसका जो मतलब थोड़ा चेंज हो गया है. आजकल थोड़ा ऑफ मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन इज कॉजिंग फॉग ऑफ वॉर. चारों तरफ मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन है. तो हमारे मीडिया ने बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से उसको हैंडल किया. काफी जगह पे काफी चैनल्स ने, काफी मीडिया पर्सनल ने उसको क्लैरिफाई किया है. जो गलत न्यूज फैल रही थी, क्या फेक न्यूज फैल रही थी, और मतलब आई कैन से दैट फौज का कंधे से कंधा मिला के साथ दिया. और इस सब में ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है कि जो हमारे सोल्जर्स हैं, जो हमारे फील्ड में काम कर रहे हैं, वो लोग इन सब मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन से अफेक्ट ना हो. हमारे जो जनरल पब्लिक है उसका जो मोराल है वो डाउन ना हो. तो उसमें जो आप लोगों ने सहयोग दिया, आप लोगों ने जो काम दिया है वो बहुत सराहनीय है. और मैं आप सबके इसके लिए आप सबका और आपके साथियों का धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगा. मे भी कोई एक दो चैनल्स थे जो कुछ और कह रहे थे या कुछ और किसी और तरफ जा रहे थे, लेकिन जनरली majority was totally in sync with what was happening and in sync with the fighting for one nation, which is very, very commendable. As far as other than Sindoor, other than operations, what is concerned is, of course, we have been consistently demonstrating our commitment towards humanitarian aid in disaster relief operations or any time aid to civil authorities that is required. इस साल बहुत सारे ऐसे ओकेजन है जब भारतीय वायुसेना को ये काम करना पड़ा. बिहार, तमिलनाडु, असम, जम्मू कश्मीर, जगह जगह पे. एंड वेदर इट वाज असम का कोल माइन कोलैप्स या फिर सेलम का टनल रेस्क्यू या एवलांश इन माना, मणिपुर लैंडस्लाइड या फ्लड्स इन वेरियस स्टेट्स लाइक असम, सिक्किम, हिमाचल प्रदेश, सब जगह पे हमारे जहाजों ने, हमारे सोल्जर्स ने, हमारे गरुड्स ने, along with other agencies like आर्मी, नेवी, एनडीआरएफ, उन सब के साथ मिलके सहयोग दिया और ये काम किया है. ऑपरेशन सिंधु में इंडियन एयरफोर्स के जहाजों ने जो इवैक्यूएशन किया है फ्रॉम इंटरनेशनल क्राइसिस जोन, airlifting a lot of personnel and of Indian origin back to India. Also during various international crises like Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam, Kenya, वहां पे भी हमारे एयरक्राफ्ट, हमारे पर्सनल या तो मटेरियल लेके गए हैं या बाकी रिलीफ ऑपरेशंस वाले इक्विपमेंट लेके गए हैं या एनडीआरएफ की टीम्स को डिप्लॉय कराया गया है. So the compassion, speed and reliability with which Indian Air Force has delivered hope, under these hazardous conditions, it embodies the ideal, highest ideals of service before self. ऑल्सो जो ये एक साल निकला है उसमें हमने बहुत सारे बाकी कंट्रीज के साथ बायलैटरल और मल्टीलैटरल एक्सरसाइजेस करी हैं. ये एक्सरसाइजेस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती हैं क्योंकि इनके थ्रू हम अपने विचार उन तक पहुंचा सकते हैं, उनके विचारों को ग्रहण कर सकते हैं, कुछ नया सीख सकते हैं, कुछ सिखा सकते हैं. और सबसे ज्यादा है कि आपका जो आपस में एक रैपो बन जाता है इंटरनेशनल फोरम में, वो बहुत जरूरी होता है. सो इसमें जितनी भी एक्सरसाइजेज हुई हैं, आई कैन काउंट अ फ्यू कंट्रीज लाइक यूएई, इजिप्ट, ग्रीस, फ्रांस, सिंगापुर, इन सब के साथ लास्ट ईयर हमने एक्सरसाइज करी है, कुछ बायलैट्स और कुछ मल्टीलैटरल. एंड हर जगह से जहां पे भी मेरे को इनके सीनियर ऑफिसर्स या चीफ्स या किसी भी हाई ऑफिशियल से मिलने का मौका मिला है, मेरे को इस बात का बहुत गर्व है कि सब जगह हमारी टीम्स की, हमारे जो लोग वहां जाते हैं, काफी प्रशंसा हुई है. कई लोगों ने स्पेशली मुझे कॉल करके ये बोला है कि द वे आवर टीम्स हैव कंडक्टेड, द वे दे हैव बीन एबल टू orchestrate things there, they are very happy and they would like to continue this cooperation. So that has been a good success in the past 1 year. And अगर मैं स्पेस डोमेन की बात करूं तो वहां पे ये साल हमारे लिए एक स्वर्णिम अक्षरों में लिखा जाने वाला साल रहा, क्योंकि एक्सियम 4 मिशन में हमारे अपने एक पायलट ग्रुप कैप्टन शुभांशु शुक्ला उसमें गए थे, तो वो हम सब ने देखा है. उसके अलावा इन जो 4 गगन नॉट्स को सिलेक्शन, उनकी ट्रेनिंग, उनका जो करिकुलम, उस सब में हमारा योगदान रहा है. और इनका जो एक जो गगनयान का जो हमारा ह्यूमन इन स्पेस का जो हमारा एक प्रोग्राम है, उसके लिए जो कैप्सूल तैयार हुआ है, उसके भी ड्रॉप टेस्ट में हमने इस साल योगदान दिया. वो ड्रॉप टेस्ट हमारी एयरक्राफ्ट के थ्रू किया गया था, जो सक्सेसफुल रहा है. सो नाउ वी हैव राकेश शर्मा एंड along with that now we have Shubhanshu Shukla who has joined the gang who people who have been in space, and both of them happen to be Air Force people. So I'm very proud of that. Now we just cannot rest on our past laurels. ये जो साल गया है ये अच्छा गया है, लेकिन हमें आगे क्या करना है ये बहुत जरूरी है. एंड ये भी जरूरी है कि हम सिर्फ पिछले हुए साल से ही सिर्फ के बारे में मत सोचते रहे, हम आगे भी सोचें. एंड वी ऑल्सो अंडरस्टैंड दैट द कैरेक्टर ऑफ वॉर इज एवर चेंजिंग. एंड जो अगली लड़ाई होगी, the next war is not going to be exactly like the previous one. It is going to be different. So उसके लिए हमें अपनी thinking caps हमेशा on रखनी है. और अभी ready तो रहना ही है. Now ready के साथ साथ हमें future ready के लिए भी काम करना है. So that work is parallelly going on. We are, to transform ourselves to a multi-domain capable aerospace power, and which is capable of protecting the interests of the nation, and it's a credible military instrument of choice across the entire spectrum of conflict. So for this we have drawn out a roadmap up to 2047, which is a Vision 2047, which has been drawn out, and we are working towards that. That roadmap is not cast in stone. Obviously, it's 20-25 years ahead. Thinking about that is it's a tough task, especially in these kind of technologies, the way things are changing. But as of today, what we expect, the way that things should turn, we have drawn out our own roadmap, and we are working on that. And of course, we are also looking at what is happening around the world so that we can make some minor changes to that. So the vision that we have drawn out in that is, of course, built around Atmanirbharta, because I fully understand, all of you understand also that Atmanirbharta बहुत ही जरूरी है अगर हमें कल को एक सुपर पावर बनना है, अगर हमें इंडिपेंडेंट बनना है. नहीं तो हम किसी ना किसी पे डिपेंड रहेंगे, तो जब हमें जरूरत होगी हमें वो इक्विपमेंट नहीं मिलेगा, या जो हमें इक्विपमेंट मिलेगा उसकी हम पूरी तरह उसको एक्सप्लॉइट नहीं कर पाएंगे, या जब वो आउटडेट हो रहा होगा उसको हम आगे नहीं ले जा पाएंगे. तो इसके लिए आत्मनिर्भरता बहुत बहुत जरूरी है। तो उसके लिए जो काम देश में चल रहे हैं हम सबको पता है। ऑफ कोर्स LCA Mark 1A के तो ऑर्डर्स प्लेस्ड हैं, XDA Mark 2 का ये एयरक्राफ्ट प्रोग्राम्स हैं, उधर प्रचंड के ऑलरेडी R&D पार्ट हो चुका है। लाइट यूटिलिटी हेलीकॉप्टर ऑलमोस्ट कंप्लीशन स्टेज में है। IMRH की प्लानिंग शुरू हो गई है। मीडियम ट्रांसपोर्ट एयरक्राफ्ट का डिजाइन चल रहा है। एंड इसके अलावा वेपन साइड में अगर मैं बात करूं तो अस्त्र, उसके वेरियस वर्जन, देन आकाश सरफेस टू एयर वाले में आकाश नेक्स्ट जनरेशन, कुशा लॉन्ग रेंज वेपन, ऑफ कोर्स प्रलय, ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल्स, द स्मार्ट एंटी एयरफील्ड वेपन्स, इसके अलावा AEWNC एयरक्राफ्ट, उसमें जो काम चल रहा है, एंड वेरियस रडार्स, अश्लेषा, अश्विनी, अरुद्रा। सो ये सब हम इन सब में अपनी सपोर्ट दे रहे हैं। इन सब में हमारी टीम्स DRDO के साथ, HAL के साथ लगी हुई हैं, जो इसका आगे प्रोग्रेस मॉनिटर भी कर रही हैं और अपने जो आइडियाज, अपने जो सजेशंस है वो भी दिए जा रहे हैं। लेकिन ये भी एक बात हमने ध्यान में रखी है कि हम आत्मनिर्भरता की तरफ तो बढ़ेंगे ही, लेकिन टू बी नाउ रेडी वी हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट in case we are not able to catch up with technology, then we need to take some different kind of measures. Maybe, if required, we go in for some strategic kind of partnership where some aircraft, some system that we immediately need the technology can be brought to India and can be manufactured in India. This will help us in two ways. One is quick, filling up of our gaps, and second is infusion of technology in India and helping our own R&D sector absorb and become better in that technology. So the work is on towards this to look at what is possible from the world, which can be, incorporated in this part. Otherwise, Indian government has taken a lot of initiative in supporting, in encouraging the small industries, the MSMEs, the startups, and again, Indian Air Force is doing its best to encourage these people. We already have a Directorate of Aerospace Design, DAD, which is working. Actually, it is doing a job of a DAD. It is, hand-holding, it is taking them forward like a good dad and helping them achieve their goals. So a lot of work towards the development of indigenous products by these sector is on. We have to, like I said, we have to strike a balance in what we should do immediately and what is the long run, and that is being done. As far as the holistic, system for defense of India, which Honorable Prime Minister also talked about, the Sudarshan Chakra. So we've already put our heads together in this, all the three services, and along with DRDO, and we have started working towards developing a system which will, of course, have the IACCS, our own integrated air command and control system, as the heart of this, and it will have all the elements so that it becomes, and it is, it falls under that the three criteria of testing: achuk, abhedya, or sateek. Future warfare, like I said, like we did it in Sindoor, it will always require integrated approach with not just the three services, but also all other agencies coming together of the DRDO and DPSUs, and we have to make sure that whatever lessons we have learned from Sindoor, wherever we were good, wherever we think we could have done better in terms of integration, we should progress towards that, and a lot of work is going on towards this, developing some integrated structures so that these become more formalized structures rather than ad hoc, so that we can have collective strength. कहते हैं एक मिल के 11 बनता है, एक दो नहीं होते हैं, तो वैसा ही as far as one thing I want to say, in the past 1 year, courtesy of Sindoor, the relevance of air power has come to fore. How fast, how deep, how offensively can air power strike and achieve your, conflict termination criteria. So that has come to fore, and this is something which may have been, I won't say forgotten, but may have lost sight of in routine, day-to-day things. And now we have to make sure that this part is not forgotten, and this part is understood by everybody, and this air power continues to get its relevance. When I say air power, doesn't mean only Indian Air Force. Air power includes everything that flies, everything that uses medium of air, whether it is by Army, Navy, civil aviation, or anything. So, in the end, I just want to assure the people of India, मैं सभी भारतीयों से ये अपना वादा करना चाहूंगा कि भारतीय वायुसेना जब भी कभी जरूरत पड़ेगी, जिस भी तरीके से जरूरत पड़ेगी, अपनी ड्यूटीज को बखूबी निभाएगी. हम अपनी तरफ से फुल्ली कमिटेड हैं इसके लिए और कमिटेड रहेंगे. मैं यही बात अपने सभी एयर वॉरियर से कहता हूं जब भी मैं कहीं भी जाता हूं कि वी हैव टू बी a citizen first, a nationalist first, and thereafter be an air warrior, and we'll continue to be that. With that, thank you very much for your coming here and joining us in this, and we are looking forward to this week of celebrations and also introspection. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome questions now. We'll start with the agencies first. Vishal.
Afternoon, sir. Vishal from Indigenous. Sir, you've just spoken at length about self-reliance and also operational readiness. So my question would be on the progress made on the AMCA, and also with President Putin expected by December, is S-57 also on your radar?
Ajit.
Sir, morning. This is Ajit Dubey from ANI, sir. Sir, you talked about Operation Sindoor. Now it's been almost 4 or 5 months since that happened. Can you tell us, sir, how many Pakistani aircraft, both on ground and in air, were shot down by the Indian Air Force? And sir, do you think with the proposed induction of 114 Rafales, you would be able to protect the nation in a much better way?
PTI. Manas.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Manas Pratim Bhuyan from PTI, Press Trust of India. So, after Operation Sindoor...
Should you speak a little louder, please? I can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. This is Manas from PTI, Press Trust of India. So, in the last few weeks, you have been talking about primacy of air power for national security. And in your address at the Ransamabad in Mall, you talked about the need for the armed forces not to succumb to any pressure to roll out theater commands. And a day after your comments, the Chief of Defense Staff talked about certain dissonance in the armed forces about theater commands, and he said that we will discuss and sort out these issues. So, in your speech, you talked about the need for setting up a joint command and control center in Delhi. So, what is IAF's clear view about theater commands? Are you game for it, or you are basically not going to agree to it? Thank you.
Can I take them or no? मैं भूल जाऊंगा नहीं. Okay, so I'll take it on one by one. As far as self-reliance and op readiness is concerned, can you, your voice was also not very clear, but what I understood was that AMCA program, where is it? So I think that question can be best answered by ADA or Chairman DRDO, exactly, because we do get our feedback time to time, but exactly where is it in terms of, as of today, he should be able to answer better. As I understand, it is going to fly in this decade, in 2020s, 28, somewhere, that is the first flight planned. And by 2035, supposed to be inducted and operationalized in Indian Air Force as of now. So it's a tough task if you look at it from point of view the way LCA Mark 1 has gone, but at the same time now they have got a lot of experience behind them. So if and also we have some new model which is being tried out, that is the industry model, where the private industry is being allowed in this. So I personally feel this timeline can be achieved or maybe even bettered if people really want to do it. It's possible. And as far as technology is concerned, now AMCA technology is fairly clear in our mind as to what we want and what is required and where it is available and how it is available. A lot of parallel work is going on. So I think that should be able to meet the timelines according to me. As far as Su-57, S-57, correct? Su-57. So that is concerned, I just want to say is that we have to weigh all the options, and we in Defense Ministry and in Indian Air Force, we have a very set process of induction of any weapon system, and that process will be followed. So what comes will depend on what meets the requirement and what is the best for us, and I'm sure whatever decisions collectively is taken will be best for the Indian Defence Forces. Mr. Dubey's question, as far as Pakistan losses are concerned, I think it was very clear. It was clearly spelled out in the initial debriefs also that we have struck a large number of their airfields, and we struck a large number of their installations, and what we have gathered from whatever int reports we have got is that on ground, because of our strikes, there have been radars at least 4 places, command and control centers at 2 places, runway, of course, damaged at 2 places, then 3 of their hangars in 3 different stations have been damaged, and in that hangar as well as on tarmac, we have signs of one C-130 class of aircraft, one AEW&C class of aircraft, and at least 4 to 5 fighter aircraft, most likely F-16, because that base happened to be F-16, which would have been under maintenance that time. Along with that, one SAM system, which has been destroyed. And so these are the strikes that, the destruction that has taken place on ground by our strikes. And as far as air defense part is concerned, we have clear evidence of one long-range strike, which I talked about, more than 300 kilometers, which happens to be either an AEW&C or a SIGINT aircraft. Along with that, 5 fighters, that high-tech fighters between F-16 and JF-17 class is what our system tells us. Now, coming to the third one, and as far as theaterization is concerned, jointmanship is concerned, jointmanship we all know is progressing very well, and as far as new structures, theaterization is nothing but drawing out new structures towards war fighting. So that process has to go on. There is no doubt in my mind that we need joint structures to make it formal and clear to everybody how we are going to fight. But which structure is what we have to really think about, and the discussions are on for that. Now, when most of the places where some statements have come in are places where actually it was not sort of meant for a public statement. It was more the discussion, in a round table or in a kind of a fireside chat. So it has been, I think, not taken in the right way by saying that there are differences. There are discussions going on. Of course, if you don't have different opinions about a thing, we will never reach the best. If we just say yes, yes, yes to everything, we will not reach the best. So we have to achieve, the best structure possible, for which discussion is mandatory. And that is what is going on. And my way of looking at it, what statement I had made was that let's not get colored by what is going on in the world or what structure is in which country. Let us devise our own structure, based on experiences, of course. Read up about everything, find out about everything. See your own experience of Op Sindoor, what happened in Op Sindoor. It's available right in front of us now. So we should be able to draw out a structure which is most capable of delivering a joint action or joint planning and delivering better than what we are doing today. If we can't achieve better than what we are doing today, then that structure is not good enough, is what I meant. Yeah, so yes, so these are one of the options, like Su-57 he talked about, you talked about Rafale. So this is one of the options that is available with us, because we had already done our own homework in terms of the earlier MMRCA contract. In that we have found Rafale to be the best aircraft suited for us in those numbers, in those amongst those candidates. And means any aircraft of that class is what is required immediately. Now, whether it is Rafale or something else, it really doesn't matter. But yes, Rafale is easy to absorb. So whichever design house is ready to come with the proposal to make in India, to give us technology, give us more freedom, I think that design house should be chosen.
Ajay?
Sir, good afternoon. Ajay Banerjee from the Tribune. Sir, I have a question and a clarification. First, sir, what your words are, is it clear that we are looking for a fifth generation plane? Because you are saying that we look at the best processes, so I seek a clarification on that. Are we seeking a fifth generation fighter plane from another country? I'm not taking names. Secondly, sir, you have spoken about the 2047 plan. So my question is, sir, does this plan include a mandate of more fighter squadrons or combat squadrons for the Air Force beyond the 42 at the moment, the mandate you have?
So one hand, Akash. Either.
Hi sir, I'm Akash from CNN News again.
Okay.
Sir, we have seen an extensive use of S-400 during Operation Sindoor. We know that how 2 squadrons are still pending in Russia, but are there any plans of procurement of more units or possibly S-500s now?
Poonam.
सर मैं पूनम पांडे हूँ नवभारत टाइम्स से इधर सर
हाँ जी ओके
सर आपने ऑपरेशन सिंदूर की बात की लास्ट ईयर का पूरा हाईलाइट ऑपरेशन सिंदूर रहा लेकिन उस समय ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के दौरान पाकिस्तान ने लगातार ये कहा कि हमने इंडियन एयरफोर्स के इतने जेट गिरा दिए हैं और दुनिया ने उसको सही भी माना क्योंकि हमारी तरफ से कोई काउंटर नहीं हुआ 3 महीने बाद आपने उसका काउंटर किया जब आपने बोला कि हमने उनके 6 या 7 फाइटर जेट गिराए क्या नैरेटिव की इस जंग में हम कहीं पीछे रह गए थे जो बाद में हमने करेक्शन किया और सर सीडीएस ने एक इंटरव्यू में बोला था सिंगापुर में उन्होंने एक इंटरव्यू दिया था उसमें उन्होंने बोला था कि शुरू में हमसे टेक्निकल मिस्टेक हुई और उन्होंने एक चीज बोली कि 2 दिन बाद फिर हमारे जेट फिर से उड़े तो उससे कहीं ना कहीं ये कंफ्यूजन हुआ कि क्या 2 दिन तक ग्राउंडेड थे हमारे जेट अगर आप इस पर क्लैरिफिकेशन दे सकें तो
Okay. So, as far as that first question is concerned, I think it is linked to what I said earlier also. It's not a particular generation, it is not a particular, we are looking at some capabilities. So generations are very, difficult to define. When you say 5th generation, one aircraft is 5th generation, other is 5th generation, it's not that they are equally capable, they may be quite different from each other. So whether 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5 generation, these generations are very difficult to qualify. So मैं यही कहूंगा कि हमें हमें जहाज चाहिए, हाँ जी चाहिए, LCA चाहिए, हाँ जी चाहिए, LC के अलावा भी कुछ चाहिए, जी हाँ चाहिए. So वो क्या हो सकता है? That is the talk, that is the what I said, process which is on. So उससे ज्यादा मैं कुछ नहीं बोल पाऊंगा इसके बारे में. और 2047 प्लान, अगेन मैं कुछ चीजें मैं यहाँ पे ये क्लैरिफाई करना चाहूंगा कि मैं कुछ चीजें जान के नहीं बताना चाहूंगा ओपन फोरम में, बिकॉज व्हाट हैपेंस इज इन आई अंडरस्टैंड वन ऑफ द requirement of media is that you should be able to take the truth to the public. Yes, very much required. But at the same time, just remember earlier days when you took truth to the public, your own public read it. That's all. Now anything you say, anything you print, anything that happens, everybody sees it. Everybody, including our adversaries. So कुछ चीजें हमें उसको मैं अंडर रैप रखना चाहूंगा कि कितने, क्या, ज्यादा, कम, मैं उसके बारे में जान के नहीं बोल रहा हूं. एज फार एज सेम आपका क्वेश्चन था कि S-400 एंड ऑब्वियसली दैट हैज डन गुड, सो देयर इज अ रिक्वायरमेंट टू हैव more such. There is no limit to numbers that you can buy. Again, I am keeping quiet on what is the plan, whether we want to buy more, how much. If it comes to you through some other source, at least I will not be guilty that I have said something. Okay, I am not saying it will not reach you. You might get it from some other source, but it has proved to be a good weapon system. We have our own system also developing, so we will take a call on that. And similarly, इधर जो ये क्वेश्चन में से पूछा गया कि उन्होंने कहा हमने इतने जेट गिराए, आपने कुछ नहीं बोला. मैं अभी भी कुछ नहीं बोल रहा हूं उसके बारे में, और ना मैं बोलना चाहूंगा. अगर वो सोचते हैं उन्होंने मेरे 15 जेट गिराए हैं, उनको सोचने दो. आई होप they are convinced about it and they will cater for 15 less aircraft in my inventory when they come to fight again. So why should I talk about it? तो मैं उसके बारे में आज भी कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा कि क्या हुआ, कितना नुकसान हुआ, नहीं हुआ, कैसे हुआ, क्या, कुछ नहीं बताना चाहिए, क्योंकि उनको पता करने दो ना. जैसे हम भी तो कुरेद के निकाल रहे हैं ना, हमने क्या कर पाए हम लोग, तो उनको भी निकालने दो. लेकिन ये बात आपको सब वेरी क्लियर है कि आपने कोई एक ऐसी पिक्चर देखी है जहां पे हमारे किसी एयरबेस में कुछ गिरा हो, कुछ लगा हो, कोई हैंगर डिस्ट्रॉयड हो, कुछ हो? जो इतनी सारी पिक्चर्स हमने उधर की दिखा दी, वैसे एक भी पिक्चर वो नहीं दिखा पाए हमें. सो उनका जो नैरेटिव है वो आई थिंक उनके जो वो मनोहर कहानियां हैं. सो चलने दो, अच्छा है, उनको खुश रहने दो. एंड मे बी उनको अपनी पब्लिक को कुछ दिखाना है अपने साख बचाने के लिए. मेरे को कोई उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता.